Now we set, flag goes up, gates go back, and they are off and racing. Not a bad start for them. Let's give them a chance to settle down. Who wants to go off and lead them in the smallish field? Right up there, you've got Night Ruler, who snatches back and allows on the outside Coronation Time, as well as African Torrent to go around with Tamara's Tree no more than 2 lengths off them. Gentleman Joe is hidden away against the panels and only 4 lengths off the leader. Then we go back to Royal Watch, who's got the pink cap. In behind that, you've just got 2 behind. Gainsford is 1 from last, and out back is Cosmic Event with the white sleeves and the green cap. I would say there's only about 7 lengths from top to tail. And in front now is Coronation Time, who goes off to lead the field. The yellow sleeves with the black cap. On the outside is African Torrent. Racing away in third is Night Ruler, who's a lot closer to the speed than normal. Then comes Tamara's Tree, who's got the pink sleeves and 4 lengths off them. Gentleman Joe continues to hug that panel. Further back in running is Royal Watch, who's got about 5 lengths to make up. Out back is Gainsford, and Cosmic Event's going to have to get past them all. So absolutely nothing has changed. They just amble along. In front is Coronation Time, who goes off to lead the field. African Torrent is right there in second. Racing away in third is Night Ruler. Then comes Tamara's Tree, who's been given his chance to win. He's only 4 lengths off them. Gentleman Joe for company on the inside. Further back is Royal Watch. Gainsford and Cosmic Event continues to languish at the back end of the field. They straighten up, they greet the judge. It's Coronation Time, who gets away by a length, but Night Ruler's quick and alert and waiting to pounce. Down the centre is Gentleman Joe, African Torrent, Gainsford to the inside. Gentleman Joe now comes forward with purpose. Coronation Time, Gainsford. Right there's Royal Watch. They spread right across the track. Take your pick, it's still Coronation Time. Coronation Time, Gainsford on the inside. Coronation Time, Gutsy. Wow, that was a good win. Gainsford was right there. Royal Watch was taking off. Then came Gentleman Joe. So he got cheap sectionals. He really got there quite cheaply. You got to say a clever ride from Anthony Andrews. Sheepskin noseband, yellow sleeves and black cap. But wow, they were coming from the inside. They were coming from the outside. And the more they were coming, the more he was giving. Coronation Time, the 4-year-old son of Louis the King. Well done to Mr. and Mrs. T.D. Andrews, to Greg and Des Del Ponte, to Mr. M.P. Williams. Well done. Well done to Greg Enyon. He's really in good form at the moment. And that was a super ride from Anthony Andrews.
Well done to Anthony Andrews, getting himself a quick double on Coronation Time. And how much does this horse, let's just take a few more steps, how much does this horse actually mean to you? Because it's well documented that, you know, he's had a couple of issues along the way. He's a complete overachiever. What a lovely horse.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he ran some cracking races before his last start, before we put him away for a bit. I think Maddie just took it out of him the run before we ran second to a decent North race, and that ended up winning that feature race with a lightweight. So he's got the ability. He just needed a little bit of time. He's a late fall, so you know, he tries everything, so every now and then you got to give it back to him. So he had his time off now. I must say huge congrats to Mr. Enyon for getting him so fit to have a break and to lead over 2,000 at Kenilworth. Is not easy, and he fought on courageously.
Is that the way to ride him? Is he one-dimensional like that?
Not at all. He can quicken him off the pace, just going with the individual and in the race with no pace in the race and coming off a break. He probably would have tugged with me if I tried to give him a chance, and then he would have burnt himself out. So him in front, he switches off, pricks his ears, and he saves his energy for the straight. So that's what I wanted to do.
Well done, well played.
Thanks, just a huge thanks to Mr. Enyon again and his whole team, to my dad, to Greg, to Matt that's down here from the UK. He missed his last when he was, I think they were all in Croatia, so they're here at the moment, so big thanks to them.
Not a bad place to be, Croatia or Cape Town.
Yeah, exactly, but thanks to them.
Well done to Anthony Andrews, the winning jockey. Yep, it's a good training feat from Greg, and just the horses on the track is a good training feat enough. Let's get to Vicky.
Indeed, Alistair, fully agree with you there. Number 6, Coronation Time. Good win from him. And as Greg Enyon said pre-race, that he had gone a little bit flat on him, so he freshened him up and enjoyed the front-running tactics today. So Greg Enyon's going to join me. Well done for the win.
Thank you very much.
I thought that, you know, as you said, he did well, being freshened up a little bit, and Julia Blanche today.
Yeah, look, you know, we ran him two races too close together, and the second one, he ran second, and then he ran a flat race, and I just gave him a break and threw him out the paddock and let him go trot and hack and let Kim sing to him in the mornings while she's hacking him and that. And I want to say that I want to thank her because she does all the work on this horse, and he's come from a problem child to a blessing. And thank you very much to her for that. Well done to all the owners. Nice to have Matt here from overseas, from England. He's only arrived last week, and it's nice to give him a winner soon after his return. And to Terry and Annabelle, and Greg and Des Del Ponte, and then to Terry for breeding him, and to Louis the King. You know, he's such an underrated sire, and he's not even going to be. He's been retired now as a stallion. And it's so poor. It's actually, you know, it's sad. It's saddening, because I think he has the makings of a top stallion, but he didn't get the chance. You know, Terry and Annabelle gave him a chance, and nobody else. And look what he's produced. He's got a runner in the Met next week. You know, from about 5 or 6 runners. That's all per season. But anyway, well done to everybody. I've spoken enough. Speak to the owners.
Well done. Then talking about the owners, you can both come. Don't worry. This is your moment. Well done for the win.
Cheers, Vicky. Thanks a lot.
You saw him in front. Did you think he'd just keep rolling?
I was hopeful, but not confident. Anthony rode him exactly as he said he was going to ride him. He said there's no pace on. He's going to jump and just let him relax and just bowl along and hope that Greg's got him fit enough to go to the end, and that's exactly what Greg managed to do. After a bit of a layoff here, I think it's quite a training feat. So thank you very much, Greg. He did really well. Horse really had to fight right the way to the line, and we're super chuffed. I'll correct Greg on one thing about Louis. Poor old Louis the King's owner that owned him during racing, Tion van der Pfeiffer, also tried very hard to give this horse a chance, and he never was given a chance, and I'm very sad that he should have gone on to make a very reasonable sire.
I just wanted to touch on one regarding families. Anthony obviously partners a lot of your horses. Is it nice having your son on your horses? Does it make it that much more special?
It makes all the difference to me. We own horses. I don't gamble or whatever, so I own horses for the pleasure, and that's the pleasure we get. So even when somebody's riding our horse and Anthony's in the race, we normally call for Anthony.
Well, there you go. Well done for the win.
Thank you.
With regards to this horse, as you heard me say to Greg Inion in the parade ring, I'm going to interview, and he said, oh, but he's 20-1. Did you get a nibble?
Only a little nibble. I think my friends are more happy that Coronation Time has won again. Those are the guys in the UK. They'll have had plenty.
And lovely to have you on course for the win.
Yeah, great for me. It's 2 years running now. A horse in my colours has won, so that's great. Hopefully there's a few more runners to come in my colours this time.
Indeed, they're clearly lucky. Well done.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Well done. Well done for the win, as well as Greg Inion in Coronation Time. Front-running tactics definitely paid off with a nice fresh horse. So that's him. Louis the King, well done to Terry Andrews for breeding, also involved in the partnership.